Union Minister of State for External Affairs Dr. R.K. Ranjan appeals to people in Manipur to join hands in ending the current turmoil in the state. Indian Army and Assam Rifles troops playing active role in restoring law and order in Manipur. Armed forces carrying out rescue operations in full swing. And Manipur DGP Dongelt demands miscreants who snatch away arms and ammunition from the vulnerable police stations to return them in 2 days, else warns of strict actions. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Colonel Sambandharam, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now, the news in details. Union Minister of State for External Affairs Dr. R.K. Ranjan appeals to people in the state to join hands in ending the current turmoil. Speaking to Impact News today, MP R.K. Ranjan urged all to join hands in bringing an amicable solution. He said centre has enforced Article 355 in Manipur for the welfare and protection of lives and properties and to bring back normalcy in the state. He urged all to extend support to the government's initiative.
Malemgi miyamgi mamangda aikoi si fattana ukigadabadagi aikoi punna honaminaraga masigumba minchat thigadaba thabakse aikoi ngasidagi thadominasi haidana ai Manipur gi praja miyamda yelomi kudingmakta ai koknona khuramjaraga mayambu ai haijebani aduna warobi ganu aikoi ngasidagi Santi woina lainana ba koi punna honamina si haraga I mayambu amukaso hana I khuramjari. Central gi Home Minister na huzik lairiba may hona thokliba thodoksinga asi arrest tawnana bagi damta state Manipur state ki damta mateng pangba lakmani aduna irang se thuna na kare haigani normal sida porogna ba hanagi santi du porogna bagi damta India government na particularly Ministry of Home Affairs na Manipur ki praja sing bukanna na bidamta irang nemthana bidamta porakwani aduna masida koi support of hum thoi haidana I mayamda thamjaningi.
Normal life is still affected in Manipur due to the recent mob violence and still indefinite curfew is being strictly imposed by government. Major market establishments like the Kwaramban Kaipel in Imphal and other marketplaces remain shut down and roads were deserted looks. Government is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring full imposition of curfew. Security forces are being deployed at strategic locations to nab curfew violators. So far, 35 people have died in the clash between two communities after the tribal solidarity march turned violence in Churchandpur district. There are 22 bodies deposited at Rims Morgue and 13 bodies at Jennings. As many as around 100 people who have sustained injuries in violence incident that occurred in different parts of the state are being treated in these two hospitals till the time of filing this report. Indian Army and Assam Rifles troopers are playing immense role in restoring law and order in the state. Armed forces have been carrying out massive rescue operations in full swing. According to information received from PRO IGAR South, Indian Army and Assam Rifles have evacuated around 7,500 individuals until late last night. 55 columns of Army and Assam Rifles were deployed and another 14 columns of the armed forces are kept on standby to restore normalcy in the state. Army and Assam Rifles also carried out flag march and aerial reconnaissance in Khuga and Champa area of Churachandpur district, also in Manipur, Lumfield and the Koiranga area of Imphal and at Sugnu area in Kakching district. Meanwhile, the law and order situation in several places of More and Kangpokpi is improving. Efforts have been put into bringing back normalcy in Imphal and Churachandpur. Additional columns from Nagaland have also been redeployed in vulnerable locations. Indian Air Force is also assigning and bringing additional columns of armed forces in the turmoil-hit Manipur. Law and order situation in Manipur is slowly improving. DGP of Manipur, P. Dongold, appealed to everyone in the state to help in bringing back peaceful coexistence. Speaking to media at Manipur Police Headquarters in Imphal's Babupara this morning, DGP P. Dongold highlighted the grim situation of the state in the wake of tension between two communities. He informed that in view of the prevailing chaotic conditions, Centre has quickly intervened and sent 14 paramilitary force companies in Manipur, which include BSF, CRPF and Rapid Action Force. He added that an additional 200 paramilitary force companies will also be deployed in the state to restore law and order. Informing that Assam Rifles and Army have been put into action, DGP Dongold urged the public to remain alert and careful as the functioning of Assam Rifles and Army is different from that of the police. He said, situation is improving with a centre appointing CRPF former DG Kuldeep Singh as State Home Department advisor. He added that central paramilitary forces have been deployed in sensitive areas. The DGP said exact report on casualties during violence will be made to public in due time. He informed that ex-MLA Volkswagen Valte sustained injuries in mob attack and now he is out of danger. He also clarified that there is no rape case report in Churachandpur district. However, several properties were being destroyed during mob violence in Churachandpur, Vishnupur, Imphal West, Imphal East district. Dongold maintained that investigation is on regarding Shu Group's cadres in uniforms taking part in the tribal solidarity report. He said police has started providing security to people who are stranded in some places and they will be evacuated to safer places after consulting with relevant civil society organizations and public. He also admitted that miscreants took away arms and ammunition from the vulnerable police post. The DGP urged all concerned to return the weapons to police in the next couple of days, else warns that strict actions will be taken against all the perpetrators. He said central paramilitary forces have been deployed in 23 police stations identified as sensitive and an IG-level police officer is monitoring this police station to prevent occurrence of any unwanted incident. P. Dongold said there is no accurate report on involvement of external aggression in the violence. However, there are reports of firing from the mob, making it clear that police opened fire as a last resort. He said police will not hesitate to fire back when attacked. He appealed to the masses to help the police in identifying sensitive areas so that residents could be taken to safer places. P. Dongold informed that 15 to 20,000 people are taking refuge at safer places and are being provided securities. ADGP Law and Order Kailund Lufeng and ADGP Investigation Asutosh Sinha took part in the press meet.
Just ekhoi police dagi kara khangan nimba also mayam su curious oigani kari situation kari fifam de le haibagi just briefing se toning bane ekhoi problem se minor state the thokani haibasi ekhoi su thazade maramdi asuk kuina yam nungsi rega leimin na bani na but suddenly was beyond control them oire ena di loina people of Manipur se surprise organic halle not only local people, even Mapan gisu surprise oibane because minadi Manipur, land of jewels, nungaiba mapam just Miss India su yetoba adugumba aphawa peaceful oiba jaga yam change oiba gi jaga sida smaina thok base it is a very difficult situation for all of us. You know, I do not know how to start also, but in the few days, sinubit ahum marisida wat hokba mayam se after the 2 days, nasibudi kitang less oire hantere. The main reason being that ekhoigi police ne aduga aphaba public ne support pibagi and other security forces nasu support pibagi conditions se hena improve oibane and center su yamna understanding our situation force su adugi matik apamba se hekta pi ekhoina nibadagi hena bu mokoina piba so tabna ekhoi spread out toba ngame spread out toba ngamrega situation se control the high roy but definitely kara improvement di lae but of course there is much to be done aduga there is so much of sanity that needs to prevail among all of us gyantana forward chatpase yam maru oe ekhoigi atokpa development amadi center na security advisor ama thare Kuldip Singh hanasu CRPF gi DG oiramba 86 batch gi IPS ne ado madi directly link with the home minister Fazanal Laborina advice yam free and frank aduga straightforwardly phangbangame ekhoi.
Meanwhile, the Imphal West District Police recovered several guns and bullets snatched earlier from police by miscreants. The recovered arms and ammunition were produced before media persons at the conference hall of Imphal West District SP today. Weapons recovered by police includes 6 machine guns, 9 mm carbines, 1 magazine, 1 5.56-inch rifle with 1 magazine, 33 live bullets and 3 protective vests. Speaking to media, Imphal West District Police Additional SP Law and Order M. Amit Kumar said district commando team under the supervision of Imphal West District SP today carried out search at Chingmairong, Sanjenbam and Takhil area. He informed that weapons which were earlier snatched away by miscreants from the police were recovered during the search operation. Additional SP Amit Kumar urged all concerned to promptly return all the guns at nearby police station and officer in charge of relevant police station else warns of stringent legal action. He urged all to abide by law and order and helped in restoring normalcy in the state.
नत्रगा मागी पोजीशन दा इलीगल आर्म्स लेबो ओरगदी नियरेस्ट पुलिस स्टेशन दा मसी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस तगी स्नेच तौकिबा आर्म्स एमुनिशन नि सिंग अखोगी चिंगमैरोंग संजेंबम Takhel area dagi recover tawni Imphal West District Police na haining ise akoigi security forces sing dagi lakhiba lowkhiba arms ammunition ma'am hojik phagat pa horabni any micham prajana sigi illegal arms and ammunition si possess tawramba taragadi as per law nakhotpham thokpa yamna strongly khoi deal tawni anybody sigi matang da khangba natraga magi possession da illegal arms leibo ragadi nearest police station da contact tawbiu amasung aduda deposit tawbiu hojik laiba situation sida law gi matungena khoi police sing na adagi district की administration na matam gi thoi balo sing ji in biduna koi law abiding citizen amo oina leibiu amasung extreme cases ta suicide order issue to grabani aduna kitang section na mayam law se illaga peace porak na ba honasi.
Now it's time for a small commercial break. We will be back with more news after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Presto Personalized Wonders Imphal da nauna hangdok chare hairiba asida personalized gifts, corporate gifts, awards and mementos, home decor, office rubber stamp na chingba potlam sing mafam asida phangbigani ngasi maglangsing birau Tilakras Enterprises Presto Thangal Bazar near Kasturi Tong Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 natraga 98621-00456. Presto Personalized Wonders Imphal da nauna hangdok chare hairiba asida personalized gifts, corporate gifts, awards and mementos, home decor, office rubber stamp na chingba potlam sing mafam asida phangbigani ngasi maglangsing birau Tilakras Enterprises Presto Thangal Bazar near Kasturi Tong Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 natraga 98621-00456.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Moving on with our bulletin, Manipur Muslim Welfare Organization MMWO urges all in Manipur, irrespective of caste and religions, to work together in restoring law and order in the state. Press release from MMWO appealed to state government and central governments to try their level best into bringing back normalcy at the earliest, also urging all the civil society organizations in the state to work collectively in protecting the integrity and harmony of Manipur. MMWO also appealed to government and kind-hearted people in the state to give assistance to those who are affected by the violence. Manipur Cultural Integration Conference MCIC and Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity COCOMI also appealed to join hands in restoring peace and harmony in the state. In the wake of the prevailing tension between two communities in the state, MLA Ramd Muiva and MLA Loshi Dikho appealed to people of both community and civil society organizations in the state to initiate actions without bias to any particular communities and help in restoring normalcy in Manipur. The two MLAs made their appeal in a telephonic conversation with Impact News.
Jamna pamdaba unwanted incidents in Maramoraga, public thing is Jamna Nuaitaba Saranga, people moment like it. Yes, a Tankul community leader Moina, yes, a Manipur leader Moina, Ozana Mayam Zida Hariba, Irangi, Nemtanaba, Aduga, Hena, Masi, Mahatana, Pegi, Mamang, the Laminar Panushi Chana Bagi, Mojum Kaid and a Tanabagi, Ozagi Wakalunda, like Mayamda, panic with another message something have you.
However, Magni. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ social fabric ꯁꯤ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯄꯥ ꯏꯄꯨꯗꯒꯤ from time immemorialꯗꯒꯤ social cordial relationship ꯂꯩꯈꯤꯕꯗꯨ friendship ꯑꯗꯨꯒ bonding ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯨ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ by all means ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯀꯥꯏꯍꯟꯅꯤꯡꯗꯦ Andak Tokibishidi, where Yam Nuaidre. Adon Aidi Tunamak Mishidi Tokyo, I be irrespective of any community involved. I miss a bill of Jadingi. Aina Makata of the Shi Haining, Shumaina Haiba proverb Amalay. Talking is better than fighting Haiba. I wait dialogue to Wishina, Kana Janeva the Pai have she am Tabagni. Adon Eque she mixed a population in a community of whom labanina. Anytime, sometime ko misunderstanding she leramgani. Adoga community ki aspiration shu tongano leramgani. Adobu Kana Janeva have she is a mutually destructive ni. Eque she got hoidavani. Adon ID dialogue to Bona, Adoga Pamaga, Puna, Karambana Pagani have she. Nangi Nuai the Bakari lady, Adokari Maramgino, Shumaina, reasoning Amataura Pamaga, dialogue to Vishina, Shina, solution she Porokani Kali. She broke the Bayad late Heva. Any problem can be solved if there is a goodwill and trust among us. Adoga Equigi future di Amadani, Adona destiny shu Amadani, Adona AD Equigi, Shumaina physical violence Tokushi. Shidi is a mutually destructive ni. Adona dialogue to one Pagadra Kaledi. Community of whom she called Pamaga.
Marxida, the talk about Todoxi, like Gamengi Saitaki, Honada Dinati Adubu, because home gi Makaidagi Masi, security is checking from the Ho Gibraga and Miam Sungang Nabazi, Asai Matang the Yozagi Wakaloji Kadia.
Adudi a comment people amoy. Haibadi Equina State Nangam Dabanina Central Government Article 355 promulgated. Other deal from last night onwards. Law and order enforcement she Central Government Paigre. Article 355 Habishi. Law and order the Hujit Central Government Paigre. Mokoina 1986 page IPS officer West Bengal Kedargi Kuldeep Singh Hybramabu security advisor Hapkare. Aduga law and order ki police ki operation si TGP ne pai datuna senior IPS officer Sinha haibra Sinha ko Ashutosh Sinha na man pai kare aduna hujikti central government direct pai rabadina. Let us give them a chance to restore the normalcy ko.
So we are so sorry to see the situation object So I just want to appeal to my people to understand and then to maintain peace and restore peace and tranquility, harmony in our state. I want to appeal because unless and until when we don't have love, when there is no peace, when there is no tranquility, there is no harmony, we need to understand a conflict that there is no positive result. And I want to appeal to my people. And then here in my Kendra Maudashu, I've been telling my district in Senapati, I've been telling to all the civil societies, all the people to maintain peace and harmony and to pacify, to mediate the peace between the same conflict. Topio and Amikan, Akoishikana Tozan Lere. So a lot of people are stranded in Mao also, Lambi Dasumi Am Lere, and Palrum Dasu, Sanapati Rumasu, Kumbangam Deba, somewhere we maintain how to help them, how to keep them safe. So I want to appeal to everyone to remain cool. There is no problem in this side. We're grateful to central government. Central government issue, they have already taken over the law and order to specify the situation. The army national helpline, any problem, any issue, helpline issue, tension labor, every locality, every place in Impal issue, Technopal issue, Tandil issue, Mure issue, some issue. Yamna tension over sensitive area to lere Mashigumbashida Yimayam Kanatoraga take the advantage, take the help of the army also, Chisulopiro and I handing it. And then I also want to request the governor and the government of India, the army also, to evacuate the families and especially the children and students in some of these sensitive areas. Hostel the labor, school the institution the labor, shift them to the safer place she from different places, like from Impal also, from Technopal also, from Chandel also, from maybe Murray also, from any place, any place, sensitive area. She kanna nang pe she yam wana livne family ko she, the student ko particularly she evacuate to Pio. I want to appeal to the governor and then the army also. Anyway, however, they have already established the helpline for army to, and there is a good, this is positive help. So we're grateful.
Okay. Okay.
So with these few words, I once again appeal to my people to maintain peace and restore the intelligent harmony in our state.
Old India Tazim-e Insaf Manipur State Council expressed sadness and terms the prevailing communal tension in Manipur as unfortunate. Press release from the AIT Manipur State Council extends their solidarity to families who have been affected by the recent violence. While United Youth Club in Wangkai Angomd Laikai, Imphal is all set to provide relief materials to Meitei people who have been rendered homeless in violence that spread out in Churachandpur on the backdrop of High Court of Manipur issuing an order to the state government to send recommendations to the Centre for Inclusions of Meitei community in the scheduled tribe list. Since early this morning, people of the Wangkai Angomd Laikai visited the club office premises and handed over relief materials to club volunteers for the victim. Clothes and edible items donated by people will be distributed to Meitei families who are now taking refuge in Moirang. Locals also donated 3 lakh rupees as assistance. People from other places of the state also handed over money and relief materials to World United Youth Club volunteers and aid for these affected by the violence. In connection with this, World United Youth President R.K. Gokul Chandra appealed to one and all to extend all possible help.
Maitai amasung Kuki isidinaw anigi marakta angapa phangna hana sunaba thuaningdaba migi yummai thaba tongan ba awana kaya mu saitheng kayamuk pirakhiba hairiba saitheng phanglaba adugumlaba migi yummai saktana mayum thadu-aga Manipur ki tongan ba mafam kayada maruina Moirangi torbungna singba tongan ba adagi ibudok thangjingi masaigonda aikoi saidang pham lodana leiriba Meitei isininaw sing adugi mateng pangnanabagidamakta World United Youth Club Wangkai Angom Laikaina aikoi ngasi se aikoina aigi izati aigi isininaw singna awawa tarba matungda aikoina tangai fadana tawdaba yadaba thabak amu oina masi tawbun chungani habagi wakhallon du daiduda aikoi club asina ngasi gi numit asigi ayuki pung 13 ga taba adwaida aikoina decide tawru matungda aikoina publicity na singba challe aduga miyam dagi aikoina mateng nijaba matamda hauji bawda aikoina phangi basi lupa lakh ahungi matakta ngasi ayuk pung 13 dagina hojik fawagi stage sidaisida irai kaisida leiriba thoidong ni ikai khumnazaraba aikoi ge sympathizer singna angak ba phangna non stop ta pirakpa paisa singa se aikoi lupa lakh ahungi matakta aikoi collection tawjare.
Manipur Uyghurs Development Trust also extended relief materials to violence-affected people who are now taking shelters at Kuyol, Kaithild and Ibudok Thangjing guest house in Moirang. Press release from Manipur Uyghurs Development Trust said around 1,000 people are taking refuge at the 2 venues. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before I wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Union Minister of State for External Affairs Dr. R.K. Ranjan appeals to people in Manipur to join hands in ending the current turmoil in the state. Indian Army and Assam Rifles troopers are playing active role in restoring law and order in Manipur. Armed forces carrying out rescue operations full swing. Manipur DGPP Dongle demands miscreants who snatch away arms and ammunition from vulnerable police stations to return them in 2 days, else warns of strict actions. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Prime Time Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and always stay safe.
Sri Sri Gaurachandraya Nama Purvashramda Aikhoi Khwaibu Nauyok Naukon Biramba